Hi, this is Tim Stokes to share with you a top business tip. This is something I've shared with a lot of business owners over the years, and the ones that have adopted this process into their business have made a lot of progress very rapidly. It's about how to turn our busyness into progress. Our most valuable asset is, of course, time, and how we use our time determines whether we make rapid progress or whether everything still seems the same even though a year may have gone by. So time to me is all about one word. It's about priorities. I found by using my professional skills developed over 16 odd years to look at a business owner and what they're working on as far as their priorities, with a little bit of alteration, sometimes a lot of alteration, we can unlock a lot of profit in the business and free up a lot of time, all because of focusing on priorities. So this is something that I like to share with you based on some proven results that have been quite impressive over the years. The first one is that you need to have a plan for your day. Don't just go to work and then whatever happens, happens. We need to start our day with a plan. We need to have some intention behind it, some outcomes that we're trying to achieve. And then we plan our day and we work our plan. But we need to make a list. We need to start with a list at the start of the day, because if you get sidetracked, which a lot of business owners tell me, they start with good intention, then they get sidetracked. Well, that's okay if you get sidetracked. What matters is, do you get back on track after you've been sidetracked? So that's what this is about, making a list, and the list is composed of 3 different types of priorities. The first one is the things that you must do. What must I do today is what you ask yourself. What must I do? I must ring that client. I must finish that quote. I must talk to my suppliers. I must pay that invoice. I must, because there are repercussions if I don't do it. That's the first thing. So you identify the things that are your must-dos on your list. The second things that you do is you identify your important to do. They're not must-dos, they're just simply important. What else do I need to do? What's important that I do today? Is the question that you ask yourself. And the other thing that you put on your list is just the simple do if you get time. Then that's the third thing where you're thinking, what else do I need to do? That's right, I've got to do that as well. Okay, I'll try and get to that. So it becomes something that you try or you should do. But typically it's do if you get time. Now it doesn't have to be in the order that you must do the first thing on your list, or the important to do is the first. Just make a list and then make them priority 1, 2 or 3, or A, B, C. And then the fourth thing you need to do, you do this at the start of the day and you start working your list, you tick them off. The fourth thing is that at the end of the day you review, or at the next morning you review when you need to start the process again and repeat it, and see how many of your must-dos did you get through. And if you didn't get through your must-dos and you started on some important to-dos, or you did important to-dos, or do if you had time, well, that means that maybe your comfort zone needs to get stretched a little bit. It's easy to do some things that don't require a comfort zone to be stretched, and we tend to put off the things that will require a bit of a comfort zone stretch. So by doing this as an exercise, you just get to self-reflect. You see things that are not being done that really need to be done, and it makes you think more. It makes you think more progress-orientated and outcome-orientated as against reacting to whatever happens in the day. Sure, you might get off track, but it doesn't matter if you get off track as long as you get back on track. So by having a list, you get back on track, and then you'll get more and more productive over time. You won't master this in a day. It'll take at least 2 weeks before you'll start to see the benefits, maybe even 3, but a minimum of 2 weeks before you'll start to make rapid progress and big improvement. And then what that brings about is a lot of happiness for you, because you feel like you're making very good progress. And if you're not making progress on a very short time frame in your business, like a week or a month, and things that you can say, I achieved that, I've made progress, good things are happening, then it can be a little bit stressful as life as a business owner. So this is a very powerful way to make yourself happy and to make more progress, so your life has more meaning, your business has more meaning, and more rewards for you. And I also highly recommend you do this with your employees, your team as well. And if they're in a vicinity where you can do this together, fantastic. All of you doing it will make an enormous difference to your business, because everyone is now focusing on their must-dos. What must I do? And holding each other accountable. So there's the top tip. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to know more, check out my Facebook page, which is I Want Business Certainty. Thanks for your time.